So now, why you put this music on? And I said I was starting my video. Okay. Anyways, so I just want to take some time to talk about my love for animals. I don't know what made me want to talk about my love for animals, but I was like, I want to talk about my cats. I was thinking about my cats, so I want to talk about my cats. I've had four cats my journey. Um, Nova, that was my first baby. She was a black cat, and she was like really dope. I got her as a small little kitten from this guy I was entertaining at the moment, and he wasn't a bad person till he was a bad person. So it's just like me like being like spiritually enlightened at the time I was. Nova got pregnant and she had all these cat kittens. She had a litter of five, but three of them had died. So I had to end up burying them in like the by the bush in front of my apartment at the time. It was so emotional for myself. I know, but she was kind of broken hearted. She didn't want me to like be by the other kids for a while, but it was okay. I understood. So she had two that was left. I named one Tiger and the other was T Rex. T Rex, he had a broken tail, well, like a little nub for a tail. So that's why I call him T Rex because he remind me of it. He was a little feisty for him to be so tiny. But yeah. And Tiger, he just had stripes. He was gray with white stripes. I miss my king. So I originally was going to give away Tiger to my sister them, but Tiger ended up, I don't know, my sister them ended up having issues with Tiger because Tiger missed home. So he was like whining and things at their place. So they brought him back. And when they brought him back, T Rex and Nova, at first they was like, who are you? Then T Rex, he played around with her for a little bit. And then Nova, I guess his scent had changed because Nova canceled out both of her children. She canceled out T Rex and Tiger. And she was like basically trying to attack them. If they got too comfortable, too close to her, she was like hissing, swinging, and I'm like, this isn't a safe place for them. And then me and the guy, we wasn't like mentally safe either. So I was like, okay, I can't go drop her off at his place. So I did like a whole little thing where I took her to his apartment complex and I released her. And oh my heavens, I was emotional. I was so emotional. I didn't want to let Nova go. I didn't want to let Nova go. But when letting Nova go, I end up like breaking up with him like on some it's done bun type shit. So it was like a whole little release thing. And I kept the children. So so I was just really sick. So yeah, I raised T Rex and Tiger without Nova, and that really broke my heart. Then I end up like getting evicted from my apartment with like one more month left. Like damn, like all these fucking people standing in this house and can't nobody find 7:30. Like what the fuck? I had just lost my job and all this. So and then my people they had moved in, so like I had my cats came from being inside cats to outside cats. Then they were getting bullied and probably raped by the other male cats in the damn apartments. So like when I would hear my T Rex or Tiger like screaming and shit outside, I would run out there and like try to go chase the other cats away. I didn't play about my cats. And then I remember one time T Rex ended up getting on top of the damn roof of the apartment. Like I went into panic mode because how you get up there? He eventually got down by himself, but I was out there like a whole hour 30 trying to like figure out how I was gonna get up there to get him. So that was that. And yeah, when we end up getting evicted, I had to like move to the north side with one of my homegirls. At first, I was going to like, I took Tiger over there first to like try to have him in the area so he'll like know where the house was and maybe he'll come back. Why I get to them folks' apartments and Tiger ran off on me the first day. Oh my, Tiger left me, abandoned me. Like my son had went to New Orleans. I was in a new environment. Then his ass ran off on me. So as I was discouraged about that, I tried to keep my damn head on. I went back to the old apartment complex probably a week or so later to go find T Rex and get bring him or try to figure out no, because I was gonna take T Rex to my brother's apartment and I was gonna like figure out a way to finesse my brother into letting T Rex stay inside his apartment versus being outside. But but no, that did not work. So I went back to the apartment and T Rex was nowhere to be found. That fucking sucked. And I tell you about them three, but we're not gonna pass up the opportunity to speak on Rabbit. Rabbit Rabbit was this little stray kitten that happened to find my apartment a week or two before its death. And I think T Rex may have killed a rabbit because the rabbit was like new to the territory and like kind of ill and very weak cat. And as bad as I wanted the cat to be inside the house with me, um, we had a new baby in there and all that, so I couldn't really have him in the house. So I tried to like keep him close so I could feed him and stuff. But he was very sick. It was terrible. I came outside like, thinking he was taking a nap. I'm gonna put some food over there by him. Came out a little later, I realized he didn't move from his taking a nap position. Then I had like he was dead. He was dead. And I couldn't do it. Usually I was able to put the other ones in the box and get it gone. But Rabbit was different. I couldn't do it with Rabbit. Like it was wild. Because when I first got Rabbit, well, when Rabbit first came to my little door, he didn't let me touch him. So the first time I did touch him, I got like this chill up my spine. It was like this really big chill. It just felt like death. And then probably a few days later, that happened. So my experience with kittens, cats, not the best as much as I love them. So moving with my brother, it was this stray cat in the apartment. I called her Fro because she had a cute little. Well, she didn't have a fro. I had a fro. I had a black and brown fro. It was like spotted brown some way somehow. I had just cut my locks and the dye was like that. So yeah, I called her Fro because she matched my hair, and I was like feeding her and stuff. I'll go outside, Angry, I talked to her. She felt the void of my lack of cats. And then Fro stopped coming around. And I moved to the opposite side of the apartments with my mama. And I met this cat named Oscar. He been in the apartments for a while. One of my neighbors told me his name and all that. So I used to feed Oscar, hang out with Oscar, play with Oscar. But Oscar shared a lot. And I was just like, dang, Oscar, I would really like to do more for you when I can. So, yeah, I want a whole animal shelter eventually in life. But I've had some pretty depressing experiences with the mammals that have crossed my path. I'm not too proud of it. And yeah. Oh, it was this other cat before a rabbit showed up at my door. I happened to be walking home randomly and I seen this little kitten. And I was like, oh, this kitten is so beautiful. And at first I was gonna steal it and take it home because who has this little cat just sitting outside? And I should have. I should have stole the cat. But I didn't. I didn't steal the cat. So I just happened to like be touching the cat and this lady came outside and I was like, oh, I was like, is this your cat? She was like, yeah, I found it, da 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 da. And she was like sweet or whatever. At first I was gonna become the cat's auntie and love on them, do all this. And she realized that I really liked the cat and I really wanted the cat. She was like, I mean, you can we can try it out, da, 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 da. Just some weird shit. And I'm just like, you gonna give me the cat or no? So the one time she brought the cat over to my house, I was gonna let the kitten be inside the house. Oscar and T Rex, I mean not Oscar, excuse me. Tiger and T Rex were outside kittens at the time. So like her being in the house was cool. Her going outside being tiny wasn't going to be safe, but I knew that, so I wasn't going to allow her to go outside because she was so small and she had like all these like I don't fucking what they call fleas, like all these fleas and stuff. Like she was going through a lot, and I just wanted to doctor her. So then the girl had bought the kitten over there, but she was trying to like she was at the door like she was leaving, but she trying to like have the kitten walk toward the door, but we like all the way inside the house. And so as the kitten walking toward the door or whatever, T Rex has always been a bully. He tried to bully his big brother. He kind of like hissed at her or whatever. And then the lady had got like an attitude or like kind of, nah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah, we'll try it again. This, that, and the fifth. Then, why a few days later? Because I was just like, nah, it's cool. I'm not gonna even try to get the cat. I'm gonna let her have her cat. So, a few days later, she ended up misplacing the cat. Somebody stole a kitten. She texts my phone talking about, hey, do you have my cat? This, that, and the 10. I put her outside and now she's not there. I said, no, I haven't been around there since the last time we talked. I haven't even seen her and this, that, and 10. I was like, oh, but that's messed up. Somebody took the cat. Then I think this bitch called herself threatening me, talking about she got a gun, this, that, and the fifth, and this about her cat. But like it wasn't a direct threat, but it was like if you know anything, just know I'm about that action type threat. I didn't respond because that ain't got shit to do with me. And you know where I stay. So if you want to come see if the cat over here, I advise you to play it safe and don't because it's not. But yeah, if that motherfucking cat was staying with me, I had named her and everything. That's the problem. I be naming these folks. I be fucking falling in love with these creatures and then I get my feelings hurt the same way I do with humans. So, But yeah, I named her Star because that's what she felt like to me, like just a star, like that little kitten. I wanted to love her. Oh my god! But yeah, I'm just like that shit fucked me up because how the fuck you misplaced the kitten? If I had the kitten, we wouldn't even have these discussions. Wouldn't even have these talks. We'll be trying to arrange visiting hours for you. Like it's just crazy. It's just wild. And I still want animals the same way I still want love. I still want my husband. I still want three cats and two dogs. I still want a turtle. I still want a whole farm eventually in life. But I'm just like, my track record when it comes to animals, you'll swear to God that I was the worst person. But I'm not. Like I love my animals also dearly. And like the sacrifices I made towards people that like kinda, fucked up the opportunities and situations for my kittens and stuff, that pisses me off. It really grinds my gear. Because my babies deserve better than that. Like, I don't even know if Nova, T Rex, and Tiger are dead somewhere. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen T Rex and Tiger since January of last year. I haven't seen Nova in probably almost 2 or 3 years. Like, that shit breaks my heart. Me and Nova had the same eyes. Like, that was my baby. Nova. And it was such a coincidence that like soon after I meet homeboy and we just getting to know each other and I'm like, oh, I want a black cat. His neighbor or the chick in his apartment just happened to have a litter of kittens and he had got one and I got one and we was like cat a family like like we had our little family. They was everywhere with us. Nova used to sit on my shoulder while we ride in the car. I miss having that. I miss having my own space. I miss all that. But I am happy. I I am moving up. I am allowing myself to be great and make better decisions. So yeah, maybe one day, someday on a Sunday, I'll get me a cat. I'll have me a pet something. So I'm not going to be discouraged about that. I remember one time I had did a reading from for myself, and I had pulled this card. It's called Animal Medicine, and it was basically saying that a passed over, your passed over pets or things are supporting and fueling your journey. When I say that made me so emotional, that was the only, no, that was the first reading I cried in. And I was doing readings for like a whole year or two before that. So it's just like, I was really like, damn, my animals are like, yeah, we supporting you in the spiritual realm. You're so cool. Keep it up, you know? Just because we died, don't mean it was your fault. Because it wasn't. Shit just fucking happens. So that's the event for tonight. I didn't know it was gonna be 20 minutes, but yeah.